Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my backyard. Today we're going to get back to making some more workbench kits. So if you aren't all caught up on that, last fall I produced the first batch and now I'm getting into producing the second one. So a little bit of I guess background or things has been happening over the last year after kind of getting through that first one, besides the fact that I learned quite a bit about the process and what's needed. So I've had a ton of interest and well, I guess demand as well with the workbench kits. The one sort of issue that I'm most up against right now is sourcing the logs to produce the quarter sawn workbench kits that you've seen me producing so far. So I am looking at sort of branching out and growing this into more of a product line. So what you see me produce so far, those super duper fancy quarter sawn kits, will become sort of the, I guess, the high level or premium offering. I'm also taking a look at the possibility of doing other things like a similar thing but non-quarter sawn, solid one-piece slab top, and then a smaller lamination kit. So instead of a bunch of strips to laminate, you laminate like 3 pieces for each slab, so it's 2 seams in each slab, and that would be another option as well. I don't know exactly where things are going to go just yet, but I'm planning to kind of grow this over the next 2 to 3 years or so. And I will I'll let you know when things kind of progress a little more, but just a little, that's a bit of a heads up, I guess, of where things are going to go with this one. So I have 6 more kits that I pre-sold last year. Those are the ones that I am focused on, getting out to those people that ordered and have been waiting for over a year at this point. So fulfilling those orders is my priority now, and then I'll worry about what other things can I do with this, because I want to get them their materials. So I have a few logs here, and we're going to start sawing today, and I'll probably saw throughout the fall. One of the other things that we kind of figured out is with the drying, since it is a 3-week schedule, what works out really well for my friend Eric, who dries these things for me, is putting them in around that time, like right before Christmas, because he likes to take some time off. So his kiln normally kind of sits empty because he's not trying to cycle it, so that's like the perfect time to have a load in there that lasts 3 weeks. So I'm shooting to have a full kiln load ready to go by mid-December, so we can get that loaded and drying. So it's October right now. I got a month, 2.5 months to kind of get through all this stuff, what I have now, and all that. So let me show you some of the logs I have that we're going to saw probably in the next several parts. So like last time I did 3 parts for this batch, I'll probably have to do 3 parts or 3-part series again to get through all of this. So let's just take a quick look and see what I have. So over here are a few silver maple logs. So I have kind of a smaller one down here. This is going to be probably base material. We'll see how that goes, because that's a rotted pith area there. We'll have to check on that. Then I got this guy, which is probably also going to be base material. And then this will be the first one that we'll try and get some bench tops out of. It might be a little small. I am going to probably clean up this cut end down here and see how things look with this thing here. I might not be able to get enough tops out of this to make it worth it, so that might end up just being slabs, but we will see. Up in here I have this chunk here, which should produce a few. It's like that really big one I cut last year. It's about the same size, so it should produce several, as long as we'll see what happens on that end down there. But that's kind of the biggest one. That should give me some. And then back in here is what we're going to cut today. This is a log that I had from the the first batch. So I bought several larger logs like this, and I didn't end up cutting this one because it was it's only like half a log, or it's missing some part of it somewhere. I think it's on the bottom right now. But this is probably going to produce 3 bench tops at most. It probably might be more like 2. Yeah, here we go. So you can see there's this big old void down here. So hopefully I can get 1, 2, 3 out of here. But this one's been sitting the longest, so it's going to have some spalting and stuff for the folks that want a bench top with some spalting. This will be perfect for that. And well, it's been sitting the longest, so I need to get it out of here. So I think I'm gonna have to fish this thing out of here because it's way in the back of the pile. So telehandler time. And we'll just airlift this thing right up out of here. So I have this thing staying on here pretty well. I try to tip this side down a little bit so this inclusion would be in the waist area, which is going to be, you know, down in here. This thing is super goofy. So this hole right here, that is some fibers being torn out when the tree was felled. So I'm not super worried about that because past there should be solid wood, but we'll see. This is going to be our good one. So again, we're going to try and get a block from here, a block from here, and a block from here, removing this pith area, and this will all be waste down here. But as I walked around this thing and reminded myself of why I didn't cut this one last time, is because it is super goofy. So it also has the start of a crotch here, so we have this bark inclusion which runs diagonally. So this might be iffy. We're gonna see. I'm guessing this is only gonna produce one, but if it produces 2, I'll be very happy. And if I somehow get 3, I'll be ecstatic. But regardless, any waste from the production of benchtop material just becomes base material. So it's not really wasteful so much as just obnoxious. Because base material is pretty easy to come by. Those nice quarter sawn workbench tops, not so much. So I'm just gonna start running through this. This is the 6th log that we're cutting into, or I guess technically the 7th, because last time we had one that didn't produce any of them. But if this produces 1, this becomes number 6 in the, I guess, the catalog of logs that produce tops. So basically you see me do this a lot. I make a kind of skimming cut on the top. We'll drop down and make a huge chunk to make that first bench top, and then we'll drop down again, or we'll flip it depending on how things go, and make a 6-inch thick slab that includes the pith. So we'll see. So super duper surprising, this log. I wasn't expecting it to work out this well. So this thing is in really great shape. So we got our two slabs there, so let's get the pith removed. But I'm two. That's two. I think I'm gonna go for maximum yield out of this one. This one looks like it's gonna work out pretty well too. So this is 16 inches thick right now, so it's 4 inches thicker than it needs to be. And I have plenty of room here, so that will get me into, or I'll have enough thickness or whatever depth here to fix this up a little bit. But this looks like it's in good shape too, so I'll be able to get, what's going on down here? Here we go. I'll be able to get another workbench top out of this one. So we're gonna get three. We're actually gonna get three. This is the bottom section, which not so great with these furrows here, but I think I might be able to sneak out one of my ideal ones, the solid top, solid single slab width thing, single width slab top out of this. So this might return to the saw and we'll cut a slab out of it 6 inches thick. We'll kind of see where that takes us. The non-quarter sawn bench tops. So we'll have that as well. But man, that's crazy. This is working out really nicely. Look how beautiful it is today. It's like just an absolutely gorgeous day. So I actually have to go back and look because I wasn't too sure, but I actually had 4 logs that produced bench tops last time, not 5. So this is number 5, log 5. This is slab number 1 from log 5, 5-1. This one here is 5-2. Surprise, surprise. So these are actually pretty darn nice. This guy here, as it sits, it's 15.5, so this is an extra large bench top. Probably lose about an inch if you want to totally clean it up, so it'll be a 14 when it's finished probably. This one here is probably gonna be a standard one. Right now it's about 13. By the time it gets cleaned up, that'll be a standard, what, 11-inch finished bench top. Not bad. So we got 2 so far. That's pretty darn good. So let's see what's in that top half, if we can get that set up. I am so very thrilled right now. I actually got 3 bench tops out of there. Insane. I was not expecting that, and they're actually like really good. which also surprising based on the way that log looked. This one looks really good. We got some really nice straight grain quarter saw in action on here. And that worked out really nicely. Like, really nicely. So that's one more bench top for the pile. And that's gonna do it for today. Got the sun is already set. Welcome to fall. So it's a little colder now than the last time we were out here working on this. So I'm gonna finish up cutting this log today. So we got this big chunk here, and I'm gonna attempt to make a single slab workbench top out of this, and that'll be one bench top, and then we'll go through and make a bunch of base material. So I'm gonna have the offcut, which I'm about to have from this log, as well as the two chunks from before, and I have another log which we'll grab and cut into base material as well. So it's gonna be bench top and then some base material. So the saw is set at 6 inches now, and we're gonna go through and make our big giant slab cut and then try and edge this thing. It's cold out here. Oh boy. Come on. Okay. So with that, we ended up with 5 bench tops. We have 2 that are not quarter sawn, and then the 3 that are. So this is the last one we just cut. This is number 5. This is more of a rift sawn bench top, and then number 4, that bigger single slab bench top, is number 4, and that's I think that ended up being like 32 inches wide or something like that. So 2 non-quarter sawn bench tops, 1 half a bench and 1 full bench. That's not too bad. The only thing left is this little weird offcut thing, which I don't think I can really get any bench stuff out of. So I'm just gonna throw it back on the saw and cut some kind of slab out of it, and we'll take a look at what that looks like. That is very pretty. Very, very pretty. Lots of things going on there. That's kind of cool. It's got a lot of, oh wow. That's actually really cool. It's got some really nice bark inclusions and color and whatnot in there. That would make a good epoxy thing. Epoxy thingamabobber. Table epoxy. Epoxy table? Epoxy thing. I don't know. You put some epoxy on there and make it look cool. Or something. I don't know. Do whatever you want. So that's a pretty good first stack here. We got, well, 1 big log and 1 small log. We got, that's a pretty good pile actually out of just 2 logs. So we are heading in the right direction. Next time, part 2, we'll get going on some more sawing. I got another kind of big one back there to pull out and turn into hopefully some more quarter sawn bench tops. So sort of the same as this one, but it will be very different because that log is very goofy. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments on the workbench kits, the saw, or anything back in the shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.